Hello! I have had a really busy week and I have had no time to put anything up, so there has been nothing on this channel this week. I've been on Twitter. I've been having lots of fun on Twitter, so if you follow me on Twitter we can talk on Twitter. And you can see my Twitter, I'll put my Twitter address here. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can feel free to do that. And you can ask me questions or we can talk about different things if you're interested. And I'm going to do the Dreadlocks tag. See here, I have 20 questions. Many other people have done the Dreadlocks tag, so I'm hardly original. I'm just following the trend. Just want to be popular, want to be cool. It's the in thing. So I'm going to go through the 20 questions and then you can stop and compare them to yourself or other people's Dreadlocks tag, or then you can do a Dreadlocks tag yourself if you are so interested. So the first question is, I'm not being rude. I have to read it and then I will look back at the camera. Do you remember the specific moment you decided you were going to dread your hair? Where were you and how did you feel? I have absolutely no idea. Off to a fantastic start. It was a really long time ago. I wanted dreadlocks a long time before I got dreadlocks. And I got dreadlocks when I was 14, so I must have wanted dreadlocks when I was like 13, 14, so it's quite a while ago and I don't really remember. I remember I was on vacation once as a kid and we went on... It was a vacation in Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands, but we went on a day trip to Lanzarote and there was, we went on a boat. It was catamaran, I think catamaran, yes, and one of the people on the boat had dreadlocks, one of the like sailor people, the guy who drives the boat or does something on the boat, and he had dreadlocks, so that was the first time I saw them and I thought, those are cool. And then later I got into different music where people in the bands were having dreadlocks. I was like, those are cool too. And so, you know, I had long hair already and I was fed up of being mistaken for a girl because it would often happen. Because I'm a polite guy and I remember times when I was doing polite things like holding open a door or doing something, and I remember a grandmother said to the kids, say thanks to the nice lady or something. It's like, what? And we were on vacation once and my parents went to a restaurant on the vacation and we'd been there before. It was maybe the hotel restaurant, and the waitress said, will your daughters not be joining us today? And both me and my brother had long hair, longish hair. I had longer hair than him, and the waitress, who I wasn't there, so whoever it was, one of the staff members thought that we were both girls, and that wasn't so much fun. So I went and dreadlocked my beard to sort of combat that. Question 2: what method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? If you have seen my other video, it's a video where it's lots of pictures of my dreadlocks through the entire process. You will see that I started my dreadlocks with backcombing, went to salon and they started it with backcombing also with a beeswax, and it was very, very unpleasant and comes highly, what's the opposite of highly unrecommended. So if you have seen that video, you'll see that it was not a good start, and all of those dreadlocks that originally formed had to be cut out once I got some more length. So started with backcombing and horrible beeswax. Question 3: how old are your dreadlocks? They are 69 months now. I have my 69 months update video somewhere, and technically when that came out I don't think they were quite 69 months. I think it was like into the 69th month, and they've just turned 69 months now. I got them in late May 2007, I think, yes, before my 15th birthday. So they will be 6 years in May, so they're 5 years something now. Question 4: what is the length of your longest dread and shortest? Okay, I don't really know. I used to have, there's some pictures where I have one dread here that is really, really long, but I trim them before each summer, so I don't really, I got rid of that one. It was really long, it was much longer than all the others, but now I don't really think there's one that's particularly longer than any of the rest, and they're not uniform length because they're sort of cut at random, but I'm not sure whether any of them are any longer than any of the others. Short ones, I have some baby ones growing from loose hair, so this one, if you can see it, that's probably my shortest one. It's new. It was loose hair before Christmas and now it's a big dread. So that's my shortest. Longest, take your pick. Do you have any dreads that are especially unique, strange, or awesome? Okay, well they're all pretty unique, strange, and awesome. I always show this one. I like this one. This is my thick Congo with 4 in it. I don't know if you can see it against the background. It's got 4 in there, so that's probably my thickest one, and it's kind of different to all the rest. I have some other Congos all over the place. Most of them are in pairs or something, so kind of random and strange. I don't know if there's any other that are specifically unique or cool. Question 6. How many dreads do you currently have? Is that the same number that you started with? I think the question should have been phrased the other way around. I started with 72. I remember I counted them once, so I didn't double check, but I'm pretty sure it was 72, and I've counted again more recently and there's about 44, so a lot less because I don't pull them, so there's lots of Congos and they've all grouped up, and then I cut the tips off once they've Congoed long enough, so I can't count the tips or anything, so there's significantly less now than there was to begin with. I can't even imagine having 72 now because my head is kind of busy with the number that I have. And I don't rip anymore, so I got more Congos coming. I have quite a thick one coming in the back, so I'm thinking about ripping that, so it'll be huge because it's one that's already thick already, and another one, and that'll be really thick when it comes together. Question 7. What shampoo or other products do you use on your dreads? I am a liquid shampoo person, and that is all I use. I've used no other products other than shampoo, and always liquid shampoo, because the bar shampoos that I have used, or the bar soaps, tend to mess with my eyes. I've used the same liquid shampoo for many years, but I've recently changed, so the liquid shampoo I am using at the moment is the one from rockinglocks.com. I did sort of testimonial for their site, which you may have seen, but I actually really like that soap and the squeeze top, so that is the one that I will probably stick with because I think it's a cool soap. Shampoo, liquid soap, shampoo. So yeah, the one from rockinglocks.com. Question 8. How often do you wash your dreads? I try to wash them every 2 or 3 days. Well, when I was going to school, when I was going to classes, I would wash them every other night. But since I'm studying from home, I'm working from home, I'm pretty lazy. When I'm going to work in summer, then I will wash more often. But I've sort of relaxed down to maybe once every 3 or 4 days at the moment. Because I'm not really doing a lot. I don't really get very dirty. I can still shower in between, but I just don't wash my dreads as often. So during summer, or when I'm doing lots of stuff, every 2 to 3 days, and at the moment it's probably more like once every 3 to 4 days. Question 9. Do you do any regular maintenance on your dreads? No. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I don't do anything. Don't rip them, don't do anything. Question 10. What are your favourite beads or other decorations? I don't have any beads or decorations at the moment, so I felt a little bit awkward when I did my beads video because I'm like, don't even have any beads in there. I've had some beads before. I used to have some nice colourful glass beads, but they all smashed. And I had a spring. I had a cool spring, but I don't know where that is. And they tend to annoy me. I always take them out when I wash because well, if you see my beads video, you'll know why I take them out when I wash. So no, nothing in that at the moment, and nothing that springs to mind as a favourite. Question 11. If your dreads had their own personal motto, what would it be? Wait, what? Laziness? I can't think of a personal motto for my hair. Can't say it's something I've ever been asked before. Question 12. If you could start a new set of dreads, what would you do differently? Obviously, I would not listen to anything that a person in the salon has recommended to me. You know, I started them when I was 14, and when you're 14, when someone at the salon says, yes, this is how you do it, you're like, yeah, obviously you know because you work in the salon. But no, if I started differently, I would probably start natural, because when I first started them, I kind of wanted them to be uniform and pretty and nice, but now I'm more into them being a little bit mad and Congoing and all sorts of stuff, so if I start again, I would probably just let them do their own thing and go natural. But I have no intention of removing them just to start over with that, because it would really make not a lot of difference. Question 13. Is there anything else unique about your appearance other than dreadlocks, e.g. tattoos, piercings, etc.? No. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to other things. I just have dreadlocks and beard, and then the rest is pretty boring and normal. I have no other alterations or modifications, etc. Question 14. How many people do you know personally with dreadlocks? I don't personally know anyone else with dreadlocks. I know lots of people online, people I'm talking to on YouTube or on Twitter, but personally in real life, I don't currently know anyone. I don't hang out with anyone with dreadlocks. No, you don't count because you don't have them anymore. You have normal hair now, you don't count. You used to have them. Not anymore. You're not part of the club. Oh.
You used to know someone.
Yeah, okay. So I used to know someone personally with dreadlocks. You quit the club.
Editing this out, right?
No. Question 15. Have any employers turned you down for having dreads? Any wanted you because of your dreads? I don't think so. I have been working while I've had dreads, and I have been applying for jobs, other jobs while I've had dreads. And I know lots of people think, well, actually, when I was applying for the jobs, people were telling me, oh, you should cut off your dreadlocks because no one is going to employ you because you're having dreadlocks and they don't want that, etc., etc. But the thing is, the way things are at the moment, I was applying for jobs and they didn't even get to the interview stage anyway. It's not a great time It's not a great time to be searching for jobs, especially when you don't have a whole lot of work experience. So most of the time, the employers never got to see my hair anyway, because I'm not getting so far as interview stages. So it's hardly like I'm turning up for lots of jobs and then being like, no, we don't want you because of your hair. Not that they're allowed to say that for legal reasons anyway, but... Question 16. What's the weirdest question you've gotten about your dreads? Dumbest, funniest, most common? I don't get a lot of questions anymore. I used to when I was going to school, when they were all messy. When dreads are young and messy and people used to annoy me when people were like, oh, are you getting dreadlocks? Or, your hair would be great for dreadlocks. You know, when it doesn't probably look like dreadlocks, it just looks like messy hair and people don't understand. And I used to hate it when people would be like, oh, you should get those retwisted, or you should get those maintenance, or, you know, you should get some dreadlock wax for those. When people who don't have dreadlocks and don't really know anything about dreadlocks come and give you comments and things, that's kind of annoying. My most common question is probably how long I've had them. I'm sure there's, I can't think of it word for word, but I once got asked about something like, how can you not wash your hair? Wait, what? Question 17. Have you ever had a freak accident or an embarrassing moment involving your dreads? No. In my head I can think of lots of sort of cartoon things like that would be funny to happen to dreads, but none of them have really happened to me. It's kind of boring for me. 18. Do you have any dreaded role models? If so, who? When I first wanted dreadlocks, it was mainly because I was really, really into this band called In Flames, a Swedish metal band, and their singer used to have dreadlocks until kind of recently. And so when I was 14, 15, having his poster on my wall, he would have been my role model, but I don't really have a hair role model anymore at the moment. Lots of people that I know online or that I've met who are cool and have dreadlocks, and so they're a role model in that sense. 19. What dreaded YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? I'd hang out with any of the dreaded YouTubers. All you guys who are watching, if you have dreadlocks or don't have dreadlocks and want to get dreadlocks, I'd hang out with anyone. 20. Who are you going to tag? I'm going to tag everyone who is watching this video. That's right, consider yourself tagged. And if you don't make your own dreadlock tag video, I will hunt you down. I'm going to tag everyone who's watching this, who's made it all the way through these 20 questions. And you can make a dreadlock tag of your own. And I will accept it as a video response. And you can send it to me a video response, and I'll put it down here, and it'll be like, video responses to this video, blah, 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 blah. And I will watch yours, you watch mine, and we can all be video response buddies. So, we're at the end now. Got through all 20 questions. If you have any other questions about my dreads personally, and it's not in the Dreadlocks tag, then maybe I will answer it. No, I will answer it if you can leave a comment here, or you can tweet me, or whatever is your chosen preference of social media, I will answer the question. But that is it. I did the Dreadlocks tag. Hooray! Thank you. Bye.